Hi, how we doing? I'm doing great because today we're talking about all the songs that came out in the month of November. I can't believe November is over already, but it is. So here we are, and we did have a lot of great releases this month by artists I follow. So let's discuss it. We're going straight to the playlist, and our timestamps, like always, are in the description. So let's begin with Fantasy featuring Channel Dress by JADE. I'm so sorry that I butchered that name. But this just wasn't my favorite. I personally really love Fantasy. I think it's a really fun song. It was released last month. And Jade brings out banner after banner, but like I'm comparing it to like a bit of a remix as it kind of is. And I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I just think that Channel Tresses, again, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name, is like those parts just felt very randomly inserted and didn't like flow nicely with the rest of the song, and therefore it just like wasn't my particular favorite. I feel like it could have worked, but just something about the way it was put together it didn't, and therefore it's a no for me, sadly enough. But that isn't the only version of Fantasy we got. We also got an Alex Chapman remix. And if you've been on the channel for a while, remixes are hit or miss for me, especially remixes like this one. And this one, I don't like, I'm not liking it any more than the original, definitely not. It's a step below that, but it is still a really fun remix. And I had a really fun time listening to it, and I kind of did a little dancing while listening to it. I just kind of sit still. So, for a remix, that's a massive win. So it's definitely going straight to the playlist. This month really was a month for Perrie. She had a lot of releases this month, but let's start with the two You Go Your Way versions, starting with the Walk version. And when she teased these two versions on TikTok, I thought the Walk version was easily gonna be my favorite, just because it makes the song sound so much more epic and like adds to it so much in a way that just makes it better. I truly had so much fun listening to it. It's just such a banger. But then we also have this chilled version. And like I said, on TikTok, like the previews we posted, I generally thought the rock version was gonna be my favorite, but now I've been listening to them both. I don't know if I can decide because this is such a different vibe, even from the original version. And it works so well. I love the vibe to it. I think it works really well. It was such a nice listen, and overall I feel like these three versions of like the same song just show Barry's versatility really well, and I can't complain about any of them. So I forgot to mention it, but the rock version as well as the shield version of You Go Your Way are going straight to my playlist. I'm so excited for these. Then next we have These Walls by Lipa featuring Pierre de Maere. I really didn't like it. I feel like Dua Lipa typically is pretty, as much as I don't always like her remixes or like her other versions of songs she does, I feel like she is very good at picking people to collab with that fit the song and like fit the vibe perfectly, and I didn't really think that was the case for this remix, at least in my opinion. I know I shouldn't say that because Pierre de Maere is a Belgian artist and I'm from Belgium, so like I should be like, yeah, especially because he's like a small artist. Like I've never even heard of this dude, so to be fair, I'm Flemish, so that might also make a difference. So I should be hyping this up, but I didn't work for me. I feel like his parts again just like weren't the best fit for the song. Not necessarily bad, but just not really the best fit for what the song are going on. I also just think their voices didn't really sound that well together, and it just was very jarring to listen to. Dua sounds amazing in French though. The next is Zuurstof by Blommaert. I really enjoyed this one. It's not one of my favorite Aaron songs, but it's not even my favorite that was released this year, but it is definitely like still a banger. I absolutely love listening to it, and it's going straight to the playlist. Like it's such a bop, and also one that's really catchy. And next we have Heaven 2 by Julia Michaels. The queen is finally back and she's independent this time. I'm so excited. We haven't gotten solo Julia Michaels music in a while, which makes sense if you know that now she's going the independent route. It takes a bit longer, so, but I was very excited for this release and I was not disappointed. It's not one of my favorite Julia Michaels songs again, but it is a really fun song and I definitely can see growing on me, especially, so it's going straight to the playlist. We're returning back to Perrie now with Me, Myself and You. This is a ballad that was originally released on the physical versions of You Go Your Way when that came out as a single, and was a song that had been talked about by Perrie quite a lot and was very anticipated by fans. So it was released on streaming this month, and that's when I for the first time got to listen to it, and I am in love with it. Like, Perrie is just made for ballads. I mean, don't get me wrong, I also like her other stuff, and I, especially Little Mix, she's also proven that she can do like great pop bangers. But like, a ballad is just where she gets to let her vocals shine in such a beautiful and gorgeous way. That was definitely done within this song. I also think the lyrics and the messaging of it are stunning, and it's just a good emotional ballad and absolutely fucking stunning. Kind of left me speechless a little after listening to it, so straight to the playlist as well. And then finally for Perrie this month we have Christmas Magic. This is her Christmas single, and it's honestly so good. Like, I think it is quite difficult in this day and age to make really good Christmas music. I feel like it very easily sounds generic and one of many, and I feel like Christmas Magic really stood out, has that Christmas magic to it, pardon the pun, but it has just that holiday cheer and glee in it, perfectly captured within it. I love Perrie talks about how using a lot of like the more pop Christmas classics as her inspirations behind the song, and I feel like that definitely was a good way to go, because this just perfectly encapsulated it all, and to me has all the potential to become a Christmas classic as well. Definitely going in my Christmas rotation this year, and I love it. And then lastly for today we have another Christmas song, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Ashe. I have to say, when Ashe announces, I was excited because I'm always excited for my Ashe music, but Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, I've always found a bit of a boring Christmas song. I've never been a big fan of it, and for some reason a lot of artists I follow have covered this one. It just luck is not on my side, I guess, but I really like this version. I feel like Ashe's voice just is so stunning and it fits the song so well, and it's just, I don't know, I loved it so much. So for me, it's going straight to my playlist. It is going to my Christmas playlist. I don't put my Christmas music in my regular playlist. I know that might offend some people. For wrapping up this video, I feel like everything we has to jump in, because I did not talk about November's album releases, because we do have two that I did videos on. One being Het Lied van de Zeemermin by JADE, which I loved. So yeah, go check out my review for this album. It's linked down below as well. And then we have Kerst met Samson en Marie by Samson and Marie. This is a really fun Christmas album that I also did a separate review for, linked in the description. Go check it out. And yeah, that's all the outro. And yeah, that is everything I have for you today. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought of these songs, if you listened to them, as well as some of your favorite music releases for November. I'm also gonna say I'm filming this late, so Spotify Wrapped has already dropped. A video reacting to Blommaert Wrapped is also coming, just like last year. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you around then, but also before that. Bye. Here I am again, the same old situation. Why does the God thing have to be so complicated?